Oh, oh, hello. That sun is bright. Hey, look, I got coffee. Okay, so I've been asked by Babs to give you a little show of what's going on in the garden. I'm very disappointed. I have really neglected my yard this year. I'm not finding the passion to be out here. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my yard. I'm quite disappointed in it, and I am kind of embarrassed to show you, but I'm going to show you anyways. It looks like crud. So let me just start over here. This is the dog. Oh, that was a wild, I don't know if you can see it. That's a wild tomato that just went crazy. And there's another one right there next to it. Yeah, and a dog. And the chicken coop's back there. That's a pallet I broke down. I was going to use the slats, and then my son decided to play with it and build something and bring my tools outside and leave them all over. He even left me a few 4x4s here on the grass. How wonderfully nice of him. Over there in that, behind those bushes there, are my rabbit hutches that are stacked up. I'm going to be getting rid of those. They're going to be hauled off. I'm not doing rabbits anymore, ever again. Some chairs and some stuff that shouldn't be out here. The kids dragged them out. A bunch of logs and wood, and then back behind the rose bush, you can't really see. You kind of see the white barrels, but back there's a bunch of wood that I need to get out, cut up and get rid of or burn up or whatever. But like I said, I didn't say on this. I told Babs we're in a fire ban, so we're not allowed to burn anything, even though everything looks so green. Yeah, I didn't do anything with the tires. Didn't do anything with the compost. I need to pull all that compost out of that compost thing. Look how much that sunk down though. That's only about I'd say that's about 24 inches high. It's probably dropped by a half. And all those bags of leaves from last year need to be done something with, because this whole area looks like crap. Those are the tires I need to cut the sidewalls out of. Look, all the pears on the ground. They need to be picked up and probably given to the chickens. Weeds galore. Clothing from the kids, just bringing their stuff out and throwing it on the ground. They don't care. They're children. They don't care whatsoever about the mess. Everything's gone crazy because I haven't been out here to do anything. You can see all these weeds that you see on the ground here. Almost all of them are all raspberries that I haven't pulled yet. Don't ever plant your raspberries in the ground without giving them some sort of containment, or they will go crazy. These are the weeds that I'm going to burn as soon as the fire ban is gone and get rid of all of this nasty mess. I've taken the weed whacker to it a couple of times, but yeah. The fire pit, if you look inside there, you see fragments of my old green chair. That got broken thanks to somebody standing on it, so that's gonna get burnt. Just weeds everywhere. What was the flower patch this year looked really good too. Had some really pretty flowers on it earlier this year. They got neglected in August and did not get watered, but there's a few here. And then that little one right there, that's our new dog. We just got her. We got her about 3 weeks ago. Her name is Rosie. And then Aries is right there next to her. And of course Chewbacca, Mr. Furball. So all that's going to get fire burnt. And thanks to a friend of mine, I now have a flamethrower that I can burn all that with. Thank you, my friend. The grapes need to be watered really bad, but they're growing up the arch. So I will be trimming them, and after the leaves fall off, and trimming them and getting them to climb a little bit better for next year. So on this side, this little tomato bush didn't get quite as much light or water that it wanted, but thimbleberries all dying back. This is some raspberries that were in here before, and I apparently didn't get them all pulled. These are the green beans that died back in, I think it's August, and I started watering them again, and they've exploded. I did not harvest off of them the second time around. I'm letting them go to seed. I'm going to harvest all the dry pods next year, and then we'll grow them again. They're a great bush. The little white bean, they're a bush bean. They're really awesome. And then these tomatoes, they did amazing for being in these barrels and not getting that much water or attention. And I mean, the tomatoes are just insane. They're absolutely everywhere. I have harvested probably close to 15 gallons of tomato, like the Ziploc bags, 15 gallons of tomatoes. This is my greenhouse and the peppers. And they all need to be watered again. These dry out very fast, so the wife and I, we've discussed it, and the greenhouse is this fall is gonna get some irrigation just to help us water. There's some sweet peppers there. Very, very, very hot. These ones, very hot. What do they call them? Come on, my brain. They're turning to. They need to be picked. What are they called? Not jalapenos. Yeah, jalapenos. These are jalapenos. And I grew this plant right here. I grew it from seed. And I think it's the same as this one that's producing those orange flowers. I did not get any ghost peppers, no habaneros. I did not get any Carolina Reapers, but it did put on a ton of flower things. It just never ever gave me any pods. And a couple of small little bell peppers and some Anaheim. So it did okay, just the water, staying on top of watering. The tomatoes in here did fantastic. I did keep them on one stem until I guess about August, and then I let them go, and they've just kind of branched all over. I've gotten a few alpha of these, but I'm having issues with the mice in here getting to the tomatoes before I do. So, but there's a few in here I can pick. Yeah, the wonderful mice have just had a heyday. As you can see, this has still not been touched where the fruit cage is going to go. And I put some barrels back there for now. I got to cut the tops and bottoms out. Those are going to end up probably going against the wall to plant some probably blueberries or something in. I don't know. That's a weed. It needs to be pulled. All right, so looking back at the garden this way, just beyond... Oh, I didn't plant anything in the car bed, and the car bed's going. I've already decided that this whole thing is gone. It's just ridiculous. I was going to put strawberries in it. That's not going to work. So, and the rototiller is going to go. The bed's going to go. I'm going to get rid of them. Put them on the side of the road for, come get this crap. So there's some pumpkins. I think there's like, I want to say 10 pumpkins or something like that, 9 or 10. But the pumpkins, I just neglected the crud out of them, didn't do anything. They took care of themselves. That's a pretty big one there, about the size of a bowling ball. That one's big too, but not quite as big as a bowling ball. That's actually just about a bowling ball. And they are a sugar pumpkin that I got from Ray. Like a jack-o'-lantern sugar pumpkin thing. And there's a little one right here in my shadow. And then my fig tree looks like it's doing fantastic. And then all of the peppers that I just randomly threw in here, I just tossed them in, didn't really think that was going to do much. Guess what? I put them way, way too close together. I think probably 1.5 to 2 feet between pepper plants next year would be a good deal. These guys are, if lucky, a foot. So probably 2 feet, 24 inches between peppers would be good. And I got all kinds in here. I got cayennes. The cayenne peppers that are in here are the ones I harvested, and I did a cross a couple years ago, or tried to, with It was a cayenne and a banana pepper. They did not take, I don't think, any of the banana at all. And I got some other ones in here that are really strange. I don't know what all of them are because I did not label anything. I put some numbers down, but I just kind of let it go. So there's a bunch of different pepper plants in here. That one, there's a couple of them. I think there's probably about 4 or 5 that I'm going to try to salvage and overwinter. These ones here that have these dark leaves, all 5 of these plants produce the same seed, same exact seed, but they produce a different kind of pepper. So you got this little guy, weird thing here. Over here you have a little black one, which is really strange. It's like black and kind of cool. And then right next to it, this one had, where is it? Oh, I don't see him now. Oh, they're kind of like the other one. They're weird. And then there was one. Oh, these have little round balls, which are really strange. They're all very hot and spicy. So there's that. More cayennes. I don't know what these ones are. Those are not cayenne, but those are cool. I'd like to try to keep those. So there's a bunch of different ones. There's a couple of bells in there, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. So I'll be clearing all this out here pretty soon, probably the next day or two. I'm thinking about cutting all of these vines for the pumpkins, and then just letting the pumpkins just sit where they're at and ripen up a little bit. It's time for them to start doing that anyways. But look, there's like 3 right there. Can you see them? Where's Waldo? 3 pumpkins. These tomatoes. Okay, so here's the thing I learned this year. I was trying 3 different ways of doing this. You got them on the string, these ones here. You got them on a single wire right there, or you have them boxed in. I don't really know or care which one I use. I think my favorite would be the boxed in ones, these guys. However, I don't like these wires. They're too small. I can't get my hands in. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with best of both worlds. I'm gonna use this style fencing, and then right next to it, right beside it, probably on 2 sides, probably on both sides. So on this side, and then also on this side, I'm gonna put T-posts and cattle panels. So the smaller wire will help hold them upright and steady a little bit, and then I'll have cattle panels on the sides to help support them. Like I said, I've harvested a lot, probably 10 to 15 gallons of tomatoes just off of this. It's every other day I'm harvesting tomatoes. They took a very long time for them to come about and start producing. They were there and they weren't green, and now they're doing great. So I will probably grow maybe 2 of these plants next year, maybe 3, and that's it. These are the Praxis Cherry. The flavor is great if they get to a full ripe. If they're not quite full ripe, they're not as good. They're more very sour. But yeah, and we're gonna do drip irrigation, I think, or some sort of watering system. But yeah, there's a ton of tomatoes in there. I don't know if you can see this. There's a ton in there, and it's hard to get to them because, you know, my hands, they don't fit in the holes very well. So that's kind of a look back at the garden. The roof on the greenhouse, I'm in love with. I think it's amazing. It keeps it just enough shade and just cool enough in the heat of the summer. It works out perfect. And I don't think that there's any lack of light anywhere in there. So definitely keeping the roof, and I'm very happy with it. I just wish I have time. I clearly have time. I mean, if you look at Surreal Cinema, you can see I'm putting a video up every single day this whole year. So I have plenty of time to work on it. I just haven't I've been lacking the passion to come out here and do it. I don't know why. Just not feeling it this year. Just tired, I guess, and the energy to take care of my garden. But I think probably into the spring, New Year and spring, I think I'll start coming back out and doing some more work. Just, yeah, kind of the way it is. Oop, kind of the way it is. I'm not gonna fight it. It is what it is. So I think a lot of it could be depression coming out here. It's really, when it's hot, it's hot. You know what I mean? Like when it's hot, and it's horrible. Biplane. It's horrible. I don't like being out here in the heat. I couldn't imagine living in California. That'd be horrible. Especially without air conditioning. But yeah. So thought I'd give you a little look-see-loo, see what's all going down. All right, you guys. I will see you later. Sorry, I haven't been putting up videos on this channel very much, but if you want to see me every day, go check out Surreal Cinema on YouTube, where I do movie reviews. It's October, and you guys are talking a lot. It's October, and I'm putting up a lot of videos right now, so go check those out. And hopefully this answers your question, what's going on. I do understand I've been not here, so I do apologize. So, all right, you guys, have yourselves a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and of course, always leave a comment down below so I can have a little conversation with you if you have any questions, or just to let you know, just to let me know that you're watching. All right, y'all. Bye for now.